Welcome to Shenington for the penultimate round of the Awning Company Super 1 British Karting Championships in 2016, a championship with history and pedigree since 1983.
So here we go then at Shenington. Minimax will kick us off. It's Lorcan Hannafin and Jensen Butterfield on the front row, with Tom Canning and Johnny Edgar on the second. Patterson and Bunce, Cunnington and Fayers, Burgess and Koika round out the top 10. Just in behind them, Clayton Ravenscroft and Rufus Hunt share the sixth row, with Jamie Day, Kieran Jeremy and Dominic Bush wanting to push through from the mid-pack as well. Keep an eye on a few drivers trying to make a few early overtakes, as here we go. Lorcan Hannafin hoping to hit the front straight away, and he does so. Great move as they go up to the second corner straight away. Through they go and up towards the straight. Everybody through cleanly on this first lap. Hannafin leading the way with Butterfield right on his tail, and Johnny Edgar, that is up to third.
Stratford straight into Stratford hairpin. Usually some incidents here, but not today. They all get through there cleanly on the run down to Bruno Ferrari chicane. So Lorcan Hannafin, the pole man, still in pole.
They fly through the Bruno Ferrari chicane. Hannafin leading Butterfield, Edgar, Canning, Patterson. Bunce is there in sixth position. Klaus Koika has moved up from 10th to 7th on the first lap. Good start from him. Jensen Butterfield having a brief look there to try and take the lead. Koika in 7th position, as we said. Then Fayers, Cunnington and Pryor are rounding out the top 10. But Butterfield already starting to look eager, as up the inside was that. Patterson making the move on Canning for 4th position. Yes, it is. So the GP plate, the Scotsman, up to 4th position.
Jensen Butterfield will be playing the long game here. That's Johnny Edgar, picked out second in the championship, but the man in front of him is the championship leader, Butterfield. He'll be looking to push away with his teammate in front and allow his teammate. I think he'll just allow Lorcan Hannafin to take the win here if they can get away, because second place for Jensen Butterfield, that's the championship right there.
Certainly is. Butterfield wants to put the seal on this here before we even get to the final round at PF International. So into the hairpin one more time. Edgar's closing up though. I don't think these two are going to have it as easy as they want it to be. Johnny Edgar is going to throw everything he can at it, and Patterson's not far behind with Canning giving him some support. So these top 5 karts all still very much in play, and don't forget the men behind either. Bunce and Koika are still battling away over 6th position. I think actually Koika, no, it hasn't quite got into 6th position yet, and they tighten up the leading 5 once more. Butterfield once again in the wheel tracks of Hannafin. They're trying to get away. They've obviously had a very good lap that last time by.
They're trying to get away but haven't done so yet. Edgar's still there, tight in 3rd place. But as I said before, 2nd place for Jensen Butterfield. That's good enough for the championship. That's what he'll be concentrating on. Dexter Patterson picked out there, the GP plate, won that plate at the recent Kartmasters Grand Prix event at PF International. We're at PF International for the final round of the championship, coming up in a few weeks' time, and that is going to be an amazing event. Few of the classes are going to go right to the wire to the final race of the season. I'm absolutely positive of that.
Just been watching Tom Canning as Patterson makes his move up the inside of Edgar. He's going to get there, and I think Canning's going to get there as well on the inside, down runway. No, he has to slot back into position, but I think that was started actually by the 21 Tom Canning. 1 lap ago on that run to the hangar corner, he was fiddling around with something. You can see the drivers, they make a slight adjustment on their right-hand side, and that actually gives them a little bit of a horsepower boost down the straight to help their opponent forward. Alan, this is something we see time and time again in Minimax.
Yeah, not only Minimax, but all the other classes as well. Drivers working together. In slow motion, Clayton Ravenscroft, the front fairing is out of position, and that will be, we haven't seen what's happened, but that's an automatic 10-second penalty.
Whoa!
Edgar up the inside for third place back, and going with him, Tom Canning, the 2014 Honda Cadet champion.
That was amazing. Edgar came from about a million miles back going into the braking zone and caught Patterson off guard, and that's what allowed Canning to go with him. And he better look back over his shoulder because Bunce is not far away either to try and make the move into the top 5 with Klaas Koike, the 77, at the back of the queue. These 5 karts all in a scrap for third position. Look at those 2 out in front though. That's exactly what they wanted to do as Canning goes up the inside of Edgar. Has he managed to get through there? Yes, beautiful move into Park Corner, the first turn, and he's made that stick beautifully. And all this battling with these 5 has allowed Hannafin and Butterfield to get away out front. Back at the inside goes Edgar. Patterson's going to go with. They're still shuffling for positions. This is no longer a race for the victory. This is a race for the final step of the podium.
Yeah, they're not going to catch the leaders now. Jenson Butterfield has got exactly what he wanted. Lorcan Hannafin will know. I think there has been an agreement between them. These 2 out front, the teammates. I think Jenson Butterfield will say, listen, I'll push you away. If we get first and second, I'll push you away. I'm not going to hassle you for the win. You can take the win because I'm taking the championship with second place.
Here comes Patterson diving up the inside again of Edgar. None of these guys want to be at the back of this queue, and Patterson's got back in front. Again, they lose time to the leading pair. Hannafin still leading from Butterfield. Butterfield shoving him down the straight exactly as he needs to. Up the inside goes Edgar. Canning's going to go with him again. And this time Bunce may get through as well. And so too does Koike. Back down to the back of the queue goes Patterson.
Fantastic racing in Mini-Max. It's for the minor positions now. It's the third step of the podium. But listen, any one of these 5 and the 2 behind here are going to come into play as well. That's Ben Fayers on the 24, and in behind him Oakley Pryor. He is the leading rookie, and we're into the last 2 minutes of the race.
I have a feeling that Oakley Pryor at the back of this queue could end up with something pretty tasty here. The rate that these 2 are catching up with the 5 men in front. These 5 keep battling. These 2 are going to keep closing in. Pryor may just be able to snatch a top 6 finish here, even with less than 2 minutes to go. I can genuinely see that being a possibility. So Oakley Pryor could be about to give us a taste of what he's capable of around this circuit. Again, Butterfield just running around with Hannafin. That is the gap back to third position, and it looks to me as though Fayers and Pryor have caught the back of that train. This is just outside the top 10. Good battles going on there as well. And these 2, third and fourth position, have slowly started to get away from Bunce and Patterson. And is Canning going to go up the inside this time? I think he's got a good run. He should be able to shut the door. He is there in third position. Edgar in fourth. Bunce is fifth. Patterson sixth. Fayers is now in seventh, interestingly. He's got past Koike. So Oakley Pryor may get a chance to do the same thing. Up the inside for sixth position. That is Patterson on Bunce. And it looks as though he's going to get Fayers with him. Runs wide does Bunce. And that's going to allow Koike back through. And if he's careful, Pryor can nip there in the inside too. He hasn't quite been given the chance to do that. But that's all it takes. One run wide at the wrong point on the circuit and you lose 3 to 4 positions. What a shame for Finley Bunce from 5th position down to 8th in almost the time it takes to say it. 25 seconds on the clock. This is the penultimate lap.
Yeah, 2 laps to go as they cross the line that time. Jenson Butterfield will have that warm, fluffy feeling sitting there in 2nd place. He's not making a move for the win, doesn't need to. He'll be happy to let his teammate take the top step of the podium today because he knows that he is on the top step at the presentation awards dinner in January. He's the champion, the man in 2nd place. He'll be well happy with that.
Good battles down the field as well. This is Cunnington and Burgess getting in on the action as they scrap away with Rufus Hunt. Great 3-way battle there. Up through the hairpin for the penultimate time. These 2 boys are having a brilliant day in the sunshine. It's another glorious championship in the offing for Strawberry Racing as we go into the last lap. Canning is defending from Edgar as they scrap over 3rd position. If they keep this up, Dexter Patterson and co could catch up. Jenson Butterfield is the fastest man on the racetrack. It's academic because he's going to finish 2nd behind Lorcan Hannafin. I can't see him going for the win.
Yeah, well, I can tell you definitely they've got some sort of agreement because Hannafin is not even bothering defending on this last lap. If it was an out-and-out scrap, he'd be defending like crazy. Let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. He's just taking the normal line. He knows his teammate. They've already got a pre-arranged agreement. I'll push you away. I'm not going to go for the win. You take the win.
I love that. He just kind of nodded to him as if to say, go on, mate, this is your victory. I've got the championship. Lorcan Hannafin takes the win, but Jenson Butterfield is the 2016 Super 1 Minimax champion. Brilliant result and a fantastic drive all season long as Edgar just manages to pip Canning to the post in third position in front of Dexter Patterson in fifth place. What a great season wrapped up there for Jenson Butterfield, and with one weekend to go as well. Hannafin takes the glory from Butterfield and Edgar. Canning, Patterson and Fayers round out the top six, with Koika ahead of Bunce and Oakley Pryor, the leading rookie, ahead of Ben Burgess.
Talk us through that final. It was obviously your teammate was pushing you all the way. Did you think he's going to make a move, or did you know that if you got away, then you had the win?
Yeah, that was sort of the plan, to be honest. If we had a gap, then there was no real point, because Jenson's already leading the championship by a significant amount. So,
is it strange coming into a race like that? You know, there's people fighting for championships around you. You got away well. Was it a relaxing race knowing that Jenson was behind you, or was there always the same nerves that goes on in any final?
No, I was quite confident because I knew that Jenson would push me the whole way. So.
And it worked out well. Double final victory. Last round at PFI. What are your thoughts?
Going for the win again. I'd just like to thank all my sponsors, Revive UK, Simpson Skoda, and Lockdown MIS Motorsport, my mum, my dad, and my mechanic Smithy.
Great job from Lorcan Hannafin today, but Jenson Butterfield seals the title and becomes the Minimax champion of 2016. It's now a battle for second position. Lorcan Hannafin gaining ground on Johnny Edgar. Tom Canning's not a million miles away, and Clayton Ravenscroft looking pretty safe in fifth position. We move on to Junior Rotax after the break, where the championship is still as open and as close as ever before. Put the kettle on, and we'll be back in a mo.